What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about Helldivers 2 because this PlayStation 5 game has completely taken over the internet. It's one of the biggest games on Steam ever. It's completely dominating Twitch, and even I must admit, I've been hopelessly addicted to it. Pretty much every spare second, I'm blasting bugs or bashing bots with my buddies or even with just some randoms online. In fact, I've been playing with a bunch of subscribers pretty much every single day because I keep tweeting out my friend code so people can add me, and it has been a truly delightful freaking time. But we need to discuss the big bug in the room. The problem with Helldivers 2 is when you can't play it. I used to make these videos called I'm Mad At, where I would typically roast a project for a specific reason. A game I like that's been ruined by a poor patch, or times when something just got destroyed or ruined for pretty much no reason, and I think it's time to bring that back. It's time to talk about why I'm currently very mad at Helldivers 2, despite the fact that it is just so fun. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm DreamcastGuy, and if you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So, real quick, this is just something that needs to be addressed. Helldivers 2 is the beginning of a new PlayStation 5 initiative. Sony has very clearly communicated the idea that they're pushing into this area of live service games. Stuff that's fun to play, that has microtransactions, that has daily quests, and keeps you coming back. And this is the first of these 12 planned live service games. And undeniably, it has been a huge success. It is actually now completely having record-breaking numbers on Steam. This is one of the first times ever where a PlayStation-published game came out day and date on PC and on console. But what everybody's really talking about the fact is that literally across the world, it is the biggest game, whether you are playing it directly on your PlayStation 5 or your Steam Deck or anywhere. This game is big. But now we come to the downside to it. Helldivers 2 keeps crashing. It keeps getting completely collapsed. The servers are being flattened. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, I mean, that makes sense, but you can just play it by yourself or play it offline. Nope. This game is completely reliant on the online aspects of it. Within the world of Helldivers 2, you're playing, of course, as the Helldivers. You're basically like suicide attack dogs who are dropped into the most hostile planets of the solar system. Times where you're going into the most bug-infested, toxic waste dump, tropical rainforest filled with monsters, and you gotta try and fight your way out. Now, during the course of these missions, even if you do play it by yourself, there is a heavy online aspect to it, which is that your behavior, your victory, your bug kills or bot bashes get communicated to the server. There is a global war effort to try and redeem these planets, to liberate the solar system, to push back the evil alien threats and spread democracy. Now, this bit of it is part of what I think the success of Helldivers is. There is a part of our monkey brains that love that when you win, everybody wins. It's cool to log in and see completely new planets being added because people have saved that particular part of the galaxy. So now you could see new maps, new regions, new objectives. The problem is that because it requires this online connection and because it's so fun to play with 3 of your friends, the 4-player co-op is not mandatory, but it's definitely heavily encouraged. When the servers break even a little bit, the game completely folds. Now, what I mean by that is that login servers have been going down consistently, meaning you just can't get into the game or you get kicked out when you're in it, which means a lot of times if you're working on like a 40-minute long mission, which a lot of them are legitimately 40 minutes long, you just get booted and you lose your progress. But the other part of it that's been annoying me a lot is when the game straight up says, hey, your friends aren't online. The login servers being down means a lot of times your friends list completely breaks, which sucks. When I'm in Discord and it's game night, and me and the boys are primed and ready to spread some good old-fashioned freedom, and I straight up can't see them. But now that brings me to the part of this video that actually inspired this rant, which is this. They are now straight up putting on server capacity. If too many people are playing the game, you can't play it. Straight up, that's it. They just literally are making it so that if 450,000 people are playing the game, nobody else in the world, in any time zone, any region, nobody else is allowed to play if 450,000 people are online. Earlier tonight, we had server-related issues with our concurrent player spike. This led to submissions, payouts failing, some players being kicked to their ships or being logged out. Now, the not being paid also sucks when you do a 40-minute mission, do every side objective, get every collectible, and then you evac and get nothing for it. That sucks. Our team has been working around the clock to solve these issues. While we've been able to mitigate some of the causes, we're still struggling to keep up with scaling what is needed to accommodate all of our Helldivers. Therefore, we've had to cap our concurrent players to around 450,000 to improve server stability. Now, this just sucks because I understand. I'm not claiming that the developers are lazy. Nobody in the world should say the word lazy. Clearly, these people are there at the office, physically cranking it out, trying to get people online as much as possible. But it is very weird that this game is so addictive, it's so fun, it's so great, and yet it is weird that if you tell your friends to buy it, there's a good chance they just can't play it. This is really where my primary frustration exists, which is just the fact that it is lame that in the digital future, there are games that are just so fun, but sometimes completely unplayable. I think they need to try and come up with some sort of extra option. Like in a game like this that's just so online focused, or if you're playing Diablo 4 or World of Warcraft, like I guess these constantly online games are cool, they're fun, they encourage you to keep playing with your friends and unlocking new stuff. There is that fun thrill of hitting that big level up. My problem is the fact that it is really weird that you can just buy games that don't work. And that's not illegal. That's not bad. It's barely even frowned upon. People seem hardly even frustrated about this. I don't even know what the solution is. I don't know if they need to make some sort of like ability to play the single player, if every game needs to have some sort of online version of it or an offline version of it. But I guess I'm in a spot where I love Helldivers 2 so much. Playing it especially with my friends on voice chat and failing to get out of an area in time, having the drop ship crush you, or barely being able to revive your friends while running from a gigantic monster on fire. This game is so good. This is a true Sony home run that they got this to be exclusive to the PlayStation. I mean, it is such a good move that the fact that now they're suffering from success, that the game is so big it's unplayable, that just sucks. And I wanted to rant about it. I feel good getting this out of my system, so tell me what you guys think about it. How do you feel about all these online games? Even a one like this. Like, this is supposed to be a smaller, tiny budget, almost kind of AA chill fun time. It's weird that a game like that can blow up so much that it just completely collapses. But tell me what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. All right. I'm going to go right back to playing Helldivers. I'm such a dumb slut. I mean, they're doing a double XP weekend. Democracy. I got to spread democracy. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.